Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning. I'm Nur Aizwan bin Azahari, metric number 201092C23FSL from the Electrical Engineering Degrees course with Hanas, and also as the leader of this group 8 who would like to convey the letter for a question case 1. In this case, a scrap metal wood seller that when a transformer room explode. At the time of the incident, the victim had received permission from the employer of the construction site to enter the site to buy scrap metal and transformers. While on the premise, a transformer exploded, causing him to thrown backwards and caught on fire. He was rushed to the hospital but died a few hours later after receiving treatment. With reference to this case, as a resident electrical engineer who has a duty of care to the public under the common law, discuss, give example, the obligation that his job entails on himself a professional engineer. Introduction. Electricity is an important basic need in our life. We already know that electricity cannot be seen and therefore the danger that will happen cannot be detected immediately. At your second bullet point here, accident statistics show that every year many electrical accidents occur in homes in Malaysia that cause victims to suffer serious injuries and even death. Most accidents that occur can be avoided if basic safety measures are followed when using electricity at home. The purpose of the article is to provide information about the dangers of electricity as well as electrical safety and guidance for using electricity safely at home. Electrical safety is established under the Energy Commission Act 2001 on 1 May 2001 and ST came into full effect on 2 January 2002. The establishment of ST is to regulate energy supply activities in Malaysia and enforce energy supply laws. The basic principles of electrical safety are very important for the protection and prevention of shock or electric shock, fire and burns resulting from contact and electrical source. Among the consequences if contact with electricity are A. Electric shock. As a result of the excessive flow of electric current through the body, causing the body function of nerves, muscle and organs to become abnormal. B. Burn body tissues. As a result of excessive electric current heating. C. Electrical fire. As a result of excessive installation of electrical equipment and contact with flammable material. Causes of accident occurring. A. Natural causes, lightning, flooding, earthquake. B. The causes of human action, damage to electrical equipment or appliance on the wiring that causes electrical leakage, lack of grounding and leakage current, lack of overcurrent protection such as fuses or circuit breakers. Causes of accident occurring. Incorrect wiring installation, failure to test the installation resistance of electrical equipment, additional wiring without authorization, failure to repair electrical appliance, failure to comply with all safety rules when using electrical tools and electrical appliance, rarely repair and test equipment or there may be no knowledge in repairing and testing equipment. Hidden hazard. Unlike other occupational hazard, electrical hazard cannot be seen, felt, smelled or heard. Its existence is only known when a person touches a cable that carries an electric current. Sometimes the existence of electrical hazard can be known through the harm of a transformer or the roar of a motor. But control measures that depend on condition are not good work practice. The risk of electric shock during construction, renovation, repair or demolition work can result from any of the following conditions. Touch of arc with any part of a live electrical distribution system, touch or arc with overhead power lines, touch of arc by underground cables, or the use defective electrical equipment including power tools. Accident occur due to employees working on or near the equipment who are idle, is considered to have been switched off but actually on, or known to be electrified but workers have not received adequate training or insufficient precaution have been taken. That's all. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good evening to everybody that see my video presentation. So actually this part of our program EMJ 41102 professional engineer. Let me introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Nasri bin Rajab. Degree in electrical electronic. My matrix number is 20109 2615 FXL. So let we start on the accreditation board of electrical and technology about code of ethics of engineer. The engineers shall hold paramount the safety, health and welfare of the public in the performance of their professional duties. In other words, engineers shall recognize that the life, safety and health of the general public depend on upon the situation. The public health and welfare must come first for engineer when they perform of the professional responsibilities. This means safety must come first when doing the professional engineer responsibility. In the Act of Electrical Supply 1990, he said that public safety as the obviation of danger to the general public, to public property and to streets, railways, airports, canals, docks, wharves, piers, bridge, gaswork and their appurtenances and telegraphic, telephonic and other electrical signalling line owned or operated by federal government or any state government. This means public safety is removal risk to a general public or any part of related to the public property. For the secondly, on the code ethic or engineer, engineer shall perform services only in their areas of their competence. The engineers should exclusively provide service in their expertise. Provide effective disaster management strategy when an undesirable incident happens, and guarantee that none of the employees involved will suffer negative effects. They also needs to do the risk analysis to provide effective disaster management effect. Back to the case study, there's an explosion of a transformer that's involving a scrap iron wholesaler. That was a fatal injury. This situation showed the importance of engineering to ensure safety and health of a civilian. On the code of ethic, they shall hold paramount the safety, health, and welfare of the public in the performance of their professional duties. Incompetent person enters the transformer room, which is mean in case of the transformer exploding, the engineer supposedly outlaw an incompetent person to enter the transformer room due to endangering risk. Only an authorized person is allowed. There is a competence license registered with Suruhanjaya Tenaga or SD to disconnect the lifeline of the transformer or discharge the electricity supply due to the transformer still have a generate flux even they are in a normal shutdown. The explosion of a transformer to be scrapped involve a man cause death needs to be notified to the Department of Safety and Health in Occupational Safety and Health Regulation 2004 said that whenever any accident arising out of or in connection with works that cause bodily injury to any person and prevent the person from following his normal occupation for more than 4 calendar days, the employer shall within 7 days send a report thereof in an approval form to the Department of Occupational Safety and Health. A lack of truth understanding of the issue and transformer, the engineer who's trying to solve the problem beyond his knowledge will increase risk of failure and lowers the performance. Although most people do not consider an engineer's performance to have much of an impact on a scrap transformer, the result of crisis brought on by improper handling of the relevant engineer's challenge could be disastrous. Therefore, one must be aware of the possible effective of their action as an engineer and furthermore involve public life. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Sulihi bin Zainuan. Metric number 2010-92626 FSL. Thanks to my friend Aizwan and Nasri for the presentation. Now I will present regarding awareness of electrical hazard. Engineering is important learned profession. As member of this profession, engineers are expected to exhibit the highest standard of honesty and integrity. Engineering has a direct and vital impact on the quality of life for all people. Accordingly, the service provided by engineer require honesty, impartiality, fairness, equity, and must be dedicated to the protection of the public health, safety, and welfare. Engineer must perform under a standard of professional behavior that require adherence to the highest principle of ethical conduct. At the same time, engineer also need to spread awareness and educate the public about the danger of electricity. Next is a rule of practice related to the public awareness. Number one is fulfillment of their professional duties. Engineers should apply one of the rules of practice that issue public statement only in a objective and truthful manner. In this manner, the engineer must be honest in issuing any statement involving matter that may cause accident. Number two is engineers should be objective and truthful in professional report, statement and or testimony. Testimony and report from engineer are also important because they are also a source of written reference for the public as reference and reading material to increase related knowledge. Next is professional engineer obligation related to public awareness. Professional engineer obligation shall all time strive to serve the public. Public interest include educating the public from all danger that can cause accident. Number two is engineer are encouraged to extend public knowledge and appreciation of engineer and its achievement. This include giving briefing or seminar related to electrical accident. Number three is engineers should continue their professional development throughout their career and should keep current in their specialty field by engaging in professional practice. Participating in continuing education course, reading in the technical literature and attend professional meeting and seminar. This is to add more value to the engineer, especially in knowledge. Okay, next is thing that everyone need to be aware. Number one, how to identify the hazard. Electrical shock, arc and blast. Okay, so we need to know how if people get shocked by electrical. Okay, number two is fault current and potential difference. How to determine the fault current and how many current to make our heart will stop working. Electrical safety in industrial plant. This more to industrial workers. Okay, number two, personal protective equipment. Personal protective equipment (PPE). So engineer need to describe what is PPE, requirement for use PPE, the care and maintenance for the PPE, and how to storage our PPE. Okay, the third one is safety related work practice. Safety related work practice to protect from electrical hazard including selection and use of work practice, de-energize work practice, approach boundaries and approach distance, requirement for use of the instrument and equipment, requirement for insulate tools. Okay, now we go to statistic of accident report of Energy Commission year 2002 until 2019. The chart show the Energy Commission accident report statistic from 2002 until 2019. Utility substation have the highest percentage of accident record at 20%. Second place is overhead line VI utility with a total of 80%. Third place is resident with 60%. Empathy should be given to accident at utility substation as they record the highest percentage. The safety of population also need to be seen because it belong to the top 3 places and involve a lot of people. Finally, awareness based on the dangers of electricity is very important for everyone. Everyone need to know to avoid more serious accident in the future. That's all from me. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum and greeting to all. My name Muhammad Amirul Rizaludin. My trade number 2010-92619 FSL. The topic of my discussion is supervision from certified engineer according to engineering ethic, referring to the condition of the iron wholesale having obtained permission before entering the construction site area. Certified engineer iron also jointly monitor and ensure safety before entering the construction site, which is the main cause of accident. And engineers should play the role of professional engineer guard by engineering ethic. Among the main aspects is the need to apply an attitude that is always sensitive to the work area that is the cause of accident, and this attitude should be made a warn in the work environment. Where the engineer must also be eligible and certified in the field of the work area so that the construction site is always in the safe condition before entering. In addition to the add value of technical sense and self-determination, such as always complying with safety regulation and being monitored by certified technical engineer before entering high-risk place. Before entering the high voltage, make sure the safe standard are followed before entering the area. Based on example in Board of Ethic review cases, Bird case 098, which is to take care of and perform service only in their field of competence. There is no responsibility for one's own competence. The quality of service has no value, and negligence is bound to occur on construction site in all high-risk area, resulting in death such as this case. From the aspect of management and respecting the decision before allowing work on the construction site, it needs to be discussed with the technical and safety partner who constantly monitor the construction site before permission is issued. When all the ethics follow, the final impact analysis is that an accident can be avoided. Referring to the Engineer Registration Act of the Board of Engineer Malaysia, BEM, 1867, under Act A1158, referring to the registration of certified inspection is a general engineer must have 10 years of relevant practical experience in the design and construction of building as recognized in the Road Range and Building Act according to the ability of the position in the profession. An additional condition to be eligible is to be able to certify the Board of Directors before obtaining certification. Among the eligibility requirement to be a certified inspector organization under this act. That's all. The next slide will be continued from my friend. Thank you.
Hello and very good evening. My name is Muhammad Zulkarnais bin Zakaria 2010-92617. I will continue my friend's presentation on our topics and engineer role. So my point is about engineer role. Engineer role on the public safety, health and health welfare. I divide my presentation by three categories, that is health, safety and welfare. Then we can know what is role of engineer of the sector that I'm said before. As an introduction, engineers have a fundamental obligation to hold paramount the safety, health and welfare of publics. Moreover, the code provides guidance to engineers who are confronted with circumstances where their professional reputation is at stake. Safety refers to the condition of being protected from unlikely to cause danger, risk or injury. How engineers contribute to safety? They develop procedures and design systems that keep workers, users of a facility, or even people in the vicinity from getting sick or injured, and keep property from being damaged. A registered graduate engineer shall bring the attention of the engineer or employer at the earliest possible opportunity of any instance where the work or material used are not in compliance with the specification, drawing or condition of contracts. How engineers contribute to health? Engineer solution can improve the quality of the healthcare system through new technologies to reach people who live in remote locations where there is lack of healthcare facilities. Engineering also could use technology to develop multi-system on monitoring people's health and also could build a healthy generation. Healthcare system engineers are specialists bringing knowledge, skills and tools to bear in distinct ways that are unlikely to be included in many organizational change initiatives otherwise, says Richard Bear. Lastly, how engineers contribute to welfare. So engineer deals with the creation, improvement and protection of the communal environment, providing facilities for living, industry and transportation, including large buildings, roads, bridges, canals, railroad lines, airports, water supply system, dam, irrigation, harbours, docks, aqueducts, tunnel and other engineered construction within a given community. That's how engineers contribute to welfare by doing all this that are stated before. That's all. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. Hi everyone. My name is Muhammad Khairul Akmal bin Saad. My metric number is 2010-2621FXL. Okay, now I will take you for my friend that has been present for their part, and then I will continue for the conclusion part. Based on analysis from this issue, I have found the major part of the fatal injury cases. Okay, the first one is lack of supervision from the accident ethical engineer, and then misunderstood function from the both side. From this lack of supervision and misunderstood can have a variety effect for the such construction, and because of that, these 2 points, lack of supervision and then misunderstood function, cause a fatal injury to the whole iron sailors. Okay, and then The scrap iron wholesaler maybe lack of awareness, safety awareness, and then maybe lack of communication during the job. The construction resident engineer should guide the iron wholesaler to before they enter the site construction. Okay, then based on CIDB Act 520 TT4E, the duty of person who manage or control construction site. I will read this. Okay, for bracket 1, any person having the right and power to manage or control any construction site shall have the duty to ensure, so far as reasonably practicable, that the construction site and the means of entering and leaving such construction site are safe and not harmful to health. Bracket 2. The duty under subsection 1 shall apply only in relation to matter over which the person has the right and power to manage or control. And subsection 3, any person who contravenes subsection 1 shall be guilty of offence and shall, on conviction, be liable to fine not exceeding 50,000 ringgit or imprisoned for a term not exceeding 2 years or both. Okay, in this case, I think the resident electrical engineer should take a responsibility, because this case is happen from the lack of supervision, and then maybe some of low of safety awareness. Okay, for the conclusion, hazard prevention and effective control can be avoided. Hazard prevention and effective control should be done to discharge construction to protect workers from the hazard place, and then to avoid the injuries, and then can minimize or eliminate the risk. This hazard prevention and effective control can be involve site workers. Okay, then resident electrical engineer can be implement hazard sign or precaution step before the scrap iron wholesaler enter the site to the start, before it start working in this construction site. I think from this issue, the resident electrical engineer should take responsibility because of the fatal injury. And that's all from me, and thank you.